YB update. YoungBoy is dropping a tape in 2 weeks. So, you want me to give you the story? I'll give you the story. The YoungBoy story. So, YoungBoy's been telling me, all right, let me just start with this. YoungBoy announced that he's dropping a tape in less than 2 weeks. If you look at the timeline and you look at the calendar, in less than 2 weeks, but over a week, the only date that matches that is going to be the 21st, which is about 15 days from now. Okay? So if you ask me, YoungBoy's dropping the 21st. Now, let me give you my caveat with that. He's dropping the 21st, if you ask me. I think this particular project is not even close to being done. Why do I think that? YoungBoy had a tooth thing going on, and he called me on Christmas. Salute to him. And was the last time he called me on Christmas, or maybe Christmas? He was still recovering. I don't know if he got a root canal. Like, you gotta remember, YoungBoy is like 21. So whatever the fuck you gotta do when like your teeth is like whatever, moving and growing and all that shit. He's pretty young. He got a bunch of teeth either removed or whatever the fuck it is. But it was healing at that point. When I was talking to him, he sounded like he had cotton mouth. So it was kind of like, it sounded like YoungBoy, but it sounded like cotton mouth YoungBoy. What he told me, he said, yo, Act, I'm waiting for all this shit to heal. That I got to be recording a bunch of shit. So if you ask me, YoungBoy is going to be recording this particular project, because I know some people want to think that he just has like a whole project just waiting. YoungBoy kind of moves like a YouTuber. He records, then he drops. He doesn't hold it for like 5 months, a year. As soon as he records, throw it out, right? And if he doesn't throw it out, he probably won't use it, right? So he does have a catalog, but it's probably not the stuff he really wants to ever use, right? He said sometime after Christmas, his mouth should be fully healed. He said there was 2 of the teeth that where there was an incision, it had to like close, and whenever it closed, he was going to be able to, speak like normal and also be able to record. So if you ask me, when he says there's a project dropping in like 2 weeks, which I think is the 21st, okay, that's just me. He didn't tell me. That's just me. I'm guessing here. I think he's dropping the 21st, but I think he's recording the project now. But that's the great thing about YoungBoy. He'll record the project while everything else is going on. So he's taking some time to record the project, but whether he finishes on the 15th or the 16th, he could probably tell his label, yo, put it out on the 21st. His label's going to move as how he wants to. Now, is it going to be like an album? Because people are probably going to think about, yo, what about Sincerely Control this and third? I don't even think there was that much promo behind Sincerely Control. But I do believe that, so I'm not going to hold it to that standard. But I think it's going to be like a pretty good joint. This is going to be his house arrest tape. And the great thing about YoungBoy, he records quickly. So, if you ask me, I think this is going to be like a major mixtape. I'm not going to call it essentially an album, but I think it's going to be pretty noteworthy. Okay? Okay. Oh my God. Yo, oh my God. Yo, there's so many people who I fuck with. And they're always like, they're all telling me like, yo, Act, chill.
Chill. Oh my God. Chill. Oh my God. Anyway.
Chill. Oh my God. Anyway. tell me if I'm wilding out and I'm being egotistical. Right? I wanted it to be a look. You know what I mean? Not just like me just reading off words. I want it to be a look. So there's a little planning still going on with it, but I don't know if I should just fucking push it. The Dirk release date. I heard Dirk dropping. I heard Dirk and Baby dropping in like second quarter. So second quarter, maybe going into summer.
So what about if there's like any news about Gunna, Weekend album, anything there? And then some people in the chat have been asking about like the Pooh Shiesty shit because it's on the title, but you haven't talked about it yet.
Oh yeah. So if you ask me, I think Pooh Shiesty is gonna get like between 3 and 5. He's about to do 1 soon, and I think Pooh Shiesty be out by 2024. You know, all that 10-year shit is out the window. You know, he's clearly cutting deals. You know, and he's pleading guilty. He's not taking the shit to trial. So he took one guilty plea already that took off, which is so ridiculous. Imagine you take a plea. If you went to trial, you're facing life imprisonment. You took the plea. Now the prosecutor's recommending 8. You know what I mean? Which I think will get kind of brought down again. Well, he's recommending 8. He could just give him 8. But I think they got some tricks up their sleeves to kind of try to bring it down closer to 5. And
thinking he getting 5.
And then with, you know, good behavior, time served. Shit, hopefully that motherfucker's out in like 2024 or something like that, you know?
That's pretty soon.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Again, now, will he be as relevant? Because, again, I think what time has showed us, man, people ain't waiting for the nigga that's in jail. Unless you're like Young Boy or somebody like that, or Kodak. Like, Pooh Shiesty has a great year, but in 3 years, do niggas really give a fuck? We'll see. But I think that's the best bet for him. Kodak update, yo, he's going to... So he was going to drop this... I told you a lot about Kodak already. He was going to drop this project called Closure. His label didn't want him to drop it, okay? You know, he asked me, I said, bruh, the same way how you did Haitian Boy Kodak and the same way you've been dropping these hits, I think Kodak had a great year last year, and all them songs was not like... It was not sanctioned really by the label, right? The label was just like, yo, if you drop them, we not counting them type shit, you know? And it worked for him. He kind of got some steam. He was going to drop a tape. He didn't. So he kept some of those songs. He did drop Super Gremlin, but he dropped another one after, I believe. Those songs, I don't know if he's going to put on his album, but he has a whole different album that Atlantic wants to push. Again, if you ask me, The Weeknd dropping this Friday, oh shit, we got to do a listening party. By the way, I'll tell you another thing. I finally confirmed, and I'm doing Vlad this week too. So Vlad's in New York. I'm doing Vlad. And honestly, the reason why I'm doing it too, I keep telling you, bro, like the person I am, I deal with people how they deal with me.